Alright guys, what is going on? Support my crack addiction by hitting that like button if you enjoyed the following video. So we're talking about WWE 13, of course, because that is in the title of the video. And the reason we're talking about it is because a tweet put out by WWE Games, or, you know, it's probably Marcus that put it out, asking what would we think, or how would we do GM mode if it was in WWE 13, not specifically WWE 13, but, well, how would we run GM mode, or what would we do about it? And we're supposed to let real Corey Ledesma know, because he is the creative director after all. And he said not to get our hopes up, but, you know, they said the same thing last year about special guest referee match, and that never made it in. So my hopes for being surprised or excited are fastly dwindling after 3 months of having a server not working. But overall, everybody seemed, I mean, a lot of people seem to love GM mode. And a lot of people ask me all the time, Tubby, you got to make GM mode. And my response is always no. And the reason my response is always no is because I don't like GM mode. It's not necessarily that I don't like GM mode. It's the fact that there's not enough superstars to properly run a GM mode. Especially with, you know, ECW and, you know, the other shows. You have Raw, SmackDown, and ECW, and you only have like 10 superstars a show. It is damn near impossible to run a decent show with only 10 to 12 superstars. It is. And that's why I think, you know, nowadays with over 60 superstars in the WWE that they have in the game, even if it was 40 or 50, even with 3 brands, that could easily get you 15 to 20 superstars. It'd be a hell of a lot easier. Especially because there's more divas. And, you know, I think the concept of a GM mode could run a lot smoother. It could work a lot better. But I don't necessarily know if I want that to be my big feature to be added in this year. You know, a lot of people want, like, I Quit matches. And, you know, I don't necessarily know if I'd want that. You know, because part of my mind thinks, okay, if they go big time and add in, like, a GM mode, the rest of it will get kind of backburnered. And, you know, while they could work on fixing up other stuff, they'd focus more on adding that new mode, just like they did with Predator Technology. And they're like, well, you know, we could have did that stuff, you know, but we basically overhauled the complete game, so we really didn't have enough time to do that stuff. And, you know, I know they're on a very limited time frame to add new features, unlike other games like Skyrim that gets 3 to 5 years for development. I get that. Trust me, I do. And I've always had THQs back, but it's getting to the point where there's so many glitches I'm finding, and some of them are funny, some of them are just annoying as hell, and to still not have servers work properly. I mean, you make a huge deal about not being on GameSpy anymore, and then now you hardly ever get on. It annoys me. But guys, let me know what you think about GM mode. If you were the one that was doing WWE 12 and you could control it, how would you run GM mode? How would you build it? How would you create it? That's the question posed by them on Twitter. You guys can go follow them on Twitter at WWE Games and give your thoughts. There's a survey up right now about community creations in the servers. But guys, my name is Tubby. Hit that like button if you would like to see GM mode in WWE 12. Peace.